is up, you guys? Welcome back to part 3 of my home series. We getting it together. So I got my plank peel and stick flooring. From what I see of it, I've tested this out a month ago. It did not damage the floor when I pulled up the test one, so it's not that sticky. So I'm actually praying to stay down, but it should be good. I read reviews of renters using it, but this is the Lucida Surfaces brand. So we're gonna try this out. I got mine in the color smoke. I will have all the details below, but without further ado, I'm gonna finish deep cleaning my floors, mopping, making sure it's super clean underneath because we don't want it to be nasty, and plus it needs to adhere nicely to it. I'm going to lay them out for you guys to see like how I'm going to pattern it so that it looks more smooth throughout the flooring. And without further ado, let's stop hearing me talking. Like, subscribe, comment down below, stay connected with your girl on my home renovation journey and for other content that I have. Okay guys, so first you want to start by getting a steam mop or just super hot water, making sure your floor is nice and clean. And now I'm going to start laying the pattern. So what you want to do is basically leave space. I use the lines to kind of like guide how I wanted to leave space so that it's going in this like alternating pattern. It just flows better instead of just laying them down side by side in no type of pattern. So I'm just doing that throughout. And also doing this helps you know how much you'll need, because honestly y'all, I kept reordering boxes because I was like, oh, I only need 3 and it only comes with 36, but I'm like, they're so long, so I was like, oh, I don't need that many. But no, y'all, ended up using 6. Yes, so it did get very pricey to do this, but I thought it was worth it because I cannot stand those floors. They're not my style. If they're yours, I don't judge you, don't judge me. Okay, so I am going to show you guys the wrong way to cut. Okay, this is the wrong way to cut. I'm gonna show y'all the right way in a sec. I had to learn throughout this whole process. So this way is harder. It works, but it's harder to cut. These are very easy to cut if you do it the facing way of the actual tile or plank. So you see I'm struggling. Boom. See, I gotta show y'all the struggles. So there it is. Got it. But now we're going to move on to just laying it, so you guys can just watch me lay it. And I would say it definitely got like easier as I kept going and I understood the patterns. And I also would recommend try to like stay in the same line versus moving too far ahead, because when I started to move far ahead, stuff kept messing up. So I was like, okay, let me just stay in the same line versus trying to move over to the other side quickly. Like, make sure that line you're going to see right here where I'm going to put it, make sure that this part is, and see, I was struggling. Some of them came off really easy. Some you had to pick at. Make sure that this line is good. Okay, so here's the right way to cut. Y'all want to cut on the facing. You see how easy that was? It just snaps and you move quickly. I honestly think doing this was a lot easier than the cabinets for the most part and the countertop. So it's pretty intuitive. You just keep going back and forth, alternating the pattern. I will say it was only a lot. This took me like one night and a full day. So not bad compared to the cabinets and stuff. So definitely would recommend this project for you on like a weekend. You should be able to get it done. I had a ton of space to cover too. So I'm just picking up here. And you see how I'm staying in within the section versus going across first. It just flows better like that, I noticed. So try to like stay in the one section. Boom, go down the line. And yes, so you guys can just watch me lay it. I kept getting questions about, is this renter friendly? Personally, like I said in the beginning when I wrote, I'm not worried about it because I was able to like pull these right up, no problem. Now over time, maybe those adhere more, but to be honest, I'm nervous of them lifting. I'm not even going to use hot water. So I wanted to show you guys the harder parts where it's like, ugh, these dang corners. So I just simply was cutting squares. Again, this is a rental, so I'm not trying to be perfect. As long as the majority of the floor looked nice and neat, that's all I cared. I was like, everything else gonna get in where it fit in. So boom, that's what I did. No regrets about it. Okay, and then I just made sure it was nice and flat. Then again, I'm showing you guys how to cut the patterns, and it's nice because you only have to cut through the majority. You only have to cut every other one, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I highly recommend. If I was a homeowner and I was using this flooring, I would definitely get, I forgot the name, but basically it's like a sticky flooring to make it stay permanently, because this, I don't think this will stay permanently, which is why it's rental friendly. And then yeah, I'm just, oh, I cannot stand the flooring underneath, y'all. I was so happy to cover. It gets so gunky. Like, I steam mop multiple times and it still looks dirty. Like, yeah. So, oh my goodness, so I had trouble here, so I had to literally adjust them. That's why I said it's best to like try to stay in the same section versus going all over the place. Like, do one roll and then do the next, just to keep it nice and clean. And again, lots of random cutting in the corner spaces, but again, we make it work. We make it work. So I ended up, excuse me, doing 5 boxes on this video. So I had to order one more to make it 6, which is on its way. So just waiting on that. But showing you the pattern. See, go like this. This was a good example of how I started to get it quickly. When I started alternating in the same section, it worked out perfectly. I was so grateful that this area wasn't bad at all. Like, even, you're gonna see in a sec here, the plank under the fridge fit nicely, surprisingly. So I was super happy about that. So I didn't have to cut too much around the fridge, actually. Like, I'm showing you right now, I cut this piece. And I was struggling at first, but I was like, oh, fine, I just have to cut it. Oh, also make sure, I ended up buying a nicer box cutter from Target, and y'all, that thing was cutting this mug so easily, and it was bigger. So definitely invest in a bigger box cutter with very sharp blades, so that, you know, you move faster. You don't want to, like, it's already is tedious, so you don't want to take any time. So eventually I ended up getting that plank. It was annoying, but here we are. The flooring is done. It's beautiful. I felt so much peace. It was like bright and airy. I just felt like, and it's so flat, you guys. So those are the pieces I'm missing. My box is being delivered this week, so I'll have all that done, but it's pretty much 100% done. And then there's a corner, you'll see it in a sec. Hold on, here we go. That section I have to do with the box. So that last box will finish me up, and I cannot wait. So stay tuned for part 4.